this beautiful blue solar quartz. Marquises very excited about this stone because she loves blue gemstones. We all love solar quartz. It offers you so much as a jewellery designer. And in this gorgeous, almost electric blue tone, it really is coming to life. This is coming up later in the show as a star buy opportunity at around about 7:30 p.m. tonight. We've got so much coming up tonight. Just have a look at this gorgeous opal coming up in what, 20 minutes time? Absolutely gorgeous, these polished rondelles. This is coming up in 20 minutes time, and it will also have a partner in crime because we're going to do a double star buy every half an hour. Before we kick the show off, I have to issue an apology and an announcement. First of all, I forgot to announce Design of the Week last night, despite the fact that I said I would. Fortunately, my Facebook following was... No, they weren't. They were really calm and composed about the whole situation. In fact, nobody even mentioned it. Until today, when one person said, Ed, what is Design of the Week? And I hope that my response didn't come across as being rude because I put, it was received by Stephanie Gibbs. She put, what is Design of the Week? I said, you're going to find out at 5 p.m, Stephanie. The reason is that Stephanie has in fact won Design of the Week. She didn't even know what it was. She's managed to win a competition that she had no knowledge of, which is quite impressive. Look at this design, absolutely beautiful. It just goes to highlight the way in which wire work allows you to maximize on your gemstones. There's just one gemstone in this design, but you can see there's a lot going on. Now, Stephanie explained to me on Facebook. Now, the reason Stephanie was able to win a competition she didn't know she was entering is that if you tag me into your pictures of your jewellery designs on Facebook, I'm going to go through them all and choose my favourite design each week. So even without knowing, Stephanie had tagged me into a design, I saw it. The reason I love this design is, well, how profitable it was. That is the key thing. I'm starting to think about, you know, the idea that only half the audience say that they actually create jewellery designs to sell. But I see no reason why everybody can't elevate their hobby into a small business. And basically, Stephanie said that she take this Labradorite from a strand and combined with the wire, she sort of estimated that the cost to create this piece of jewellery was £4. She sold it the same day it was put in the window of her local salon, beauty salon. She sold it for £35. So there you go, a hefty amount of profit. She only used one gemstone off her strand, and Stephanie, you will now be receiving a bead scoop. So congratulations, Stephanie. I'll get that sent out to you. Yes, quite right. Design of the Week, Stephanie Gibbs. Well done. And yes, I'll get the bead scoop sent out to you either tomorrow or Monday morning. So there you go. That's good, isn't it? And of course, if you want to get involved with the competition, then all you got to do is tag me into your designs. If you want to find me on Facebook, you can do so at Ed Presenter with a lowercase p. So there, can't say fairer than that. So congratulations to Stephanie. But without further ado, it's time to get the late show up and running. We're going to try and find and add it to your order price for each and every person out there. And we're starting off with gorgeous strand of Labradorite. I have to warn you, tonight is going to be fast and furious. Basically, we've got to up the pace because we've got so many exclusive deals to bring you. Double star buys all night, every half an hour. And we're going to kick off the show with this very impressive strand of Labradorite. Now, the reason Stephanie had actually posted her design onto my Facebook site without entering the competition was that we were actually having a conversation regarding the most profitable gemstones you can invest in, to which everybody was responding Labradorite and Moonstone. And the reason these gemstones are so profitable and so popular within your jewellery designs is this gorgeous optical effect, that labradorescence. We all know why we love this gemstone, and it's because people who don't have the same knowledge as you about gemstones fall in love with the optical effect they see when they look at labradorite. The other reason that I think it's so popular is its inclusion within masculine design. So it's a very eclectic gemstone, and it possesses that mystical effect that we associate with working with genuine gemstones. 150 carats of labradorite here, and again, you don't need to use a great deal of these to make a huge impact, because you only need 3 gemstones to make a matching set. They are top drill drops ranging in size from 12 by 7 to 20 by 7. So very significant looks there. And here comes your price this evening. $11.95. Now this is a Gems of Distinction strand of labradorite. You can see the quality from the labradorescence that's coming through. The beautiful base tone. I mean, just look at that. The one above it, the one I'm holding, is showing you lots of labradorescence from one angle, and then as I tilt that the other way, you can see the labradorescence from the other angle. There you go. Electric blues, violet tones as well, and I think that's to do with the slightly lighter base tone you've got there. So we're used to seeing this sort of more dramatic grey base colour for your labradorite, but this has more of a green tone to it. Actually, it might be more of a golden tone, in fact. I think that's just going to make it work with lots more gemstones. If you do want to get involved with this strand, then all you got to do is dial that free phone number or click to buy now on JewelleryMaker.com. Lots of people getting involved, and of course, if you have already got an order up and running today, maybe you were tuned in this morning and you invested in one of our jewellery kits, maybe you felt inspired by Natalia this afternoon. If you have got an order already set up, the depth of colour that you've got on other gemstones. Now these pear-shaped drops actually range in size from 8 by 6 to 13 by 9, giving you 60 carats of sapphire. These actually come again from our Gems of Distinction range. It represents the best possible quality we can source for you. And this evening we have got a very limited availability. So if you do want to get involved, maybe you missed out on the chance to own these when they were originally launched, start dialing that free phone number. Put yourself at the front of the queue. 60 carats of sapphire available right now for $14.95. So that's 25p a carat. Absolutely phenomenal deal. Where else could you actually invest in one of the big four for 25p a carat? Sounds ridiculous just saying it. And if, you know, I am referencing anything and you think, what's he going on about? Some people may not be aware of the traditional big four. Obviously, regular collectors and jewellery makers will already be aware, but if you are new to us here at JewelleryMaker, the big four traditionally are ruby, sapphire, emerald and diamond. So probably the most recognisable gemstones to most people out there. You can own one of them right now for 25p a carat. If you want to get involved with this strand of sapphires, you know what to do. Dial that free phone number or click to buy now on JewelleryMaker.com. Really, really beautiful strand, and it's available right now for a ridiculous price. We're going to move on. Now, I only have a limited availability on this particular strand. Just have a look at the colour tone. This is going to be so popular with so many different jewellery makers. I'm looking down at the colour tone. I'm thinking that it really depends what you match this up with as to how it's going to affect your jewellery design. So for example, if you did match it up with more of these sort of subtle pink tones, that's almost going to soften it up a little bit, isn't it? Alternatively, you could go in a completely different direction, match it up with more neon colour tones, and it's just going to pop. So you've got lots of different design opportunities with a strand like this. Also, think about it, if you are working with your youngsters, maybe you're making jewellery designs with your little girl, they are going to go crazy for these. This beautiful neon pink tone. It's very girly, but as I say, that's only when you see it alone. As soon as you start to team it up with other gemstones, you start to bring out different hues from the gemstone itself. I mean, if you take something more of a pastel shade of pink, for example, like you've got your rose quartz, all of a sudden, this is almost an accent gemstone, if you like, but it's still doing a lot of the work because of the vibrancy that you get from your coated pink quartz here. So you've got those sort of hot pink or neon pink tones coming through, but really you need to see this in the flesh. You need to match it up with other gemstones so that you can really appreciate how this is going to suit your personal jewellery designs. 90 carats in total. The really impressive thing about this particular strand is the way it's been faceted. 7mm rounds, perfect for macrame designs in fact. But look at the way the light plays on the facets of this gemstone. It's really sparkling away. Here comes your price point this evening, under £10. It's a Gems of Distinction strand of pink colour quartz. You've got a lot of gemstones here. I thought, do you know what? I'll be honest, they're saying, look what it says behind you. I thought, yeah, I know, they shouldn't bring it in this early, really, because we're still on this one. That's what I was thinking. I never thought we'd be reducing the price on this one. Should be £9.95, but tonight, for the next 60 minutes, producer Ian handing you back the equivalent of your P&P, a £3 reduction there on this gorgeous strand of coated quartz. It's available right now for $6.95. Another add it to your order price. So if you've got an order up and running, we only have a limited number of this strand available. You can actually get it home right now for $6.95. And then, don't forget, that's when the decision-making process starts. You're not committed at that point. You've still got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can team this up with other gemstones. You can see how this is going to affect different designs, and then you can make an informed decision. In fact, we're looking at one particular strand coming up in this hour, and just have a look at these. The jet black tones combined with those hot pinks, that looks amazing. It's really allowing the gemstone to pop within your designs, but also it almost has a bit of a theatrical theme to it, if you like, a bit of drama, because that jet black tone, especially in the sort of organic cuts, combined with the uniform faceting that you see on the pink quartz, it's a really nice juxtaposition and brings that dramatic feel to your designs. Maybe that's something that you've been thinking about. Maybe you're trying to incorporate chips into your designs. If that is the case, then this could be the perfect strand to add to your order. In fact, we're going to bring you this beautiful strand of black spinel right now. Now, lots of people got involved there the second I teamed these two strands up, so I'm imagining the phone lines are going to go pretty hectic in a few seconds time. As soon as the price hits the screen, you know what to do. The second the graphics hit the screen, you can put yourself at the front of the queue by dialing our free phone number. You're going to come through to our award-winning help team. They'll either add this to your order or they'll give you the bad news that it's sold out. So my advice, start dialing that free phone number right now. I only have a limited number available here. I've got over 100 carats of beautiful black spinel. The master of disguise, often mistaken for black diamonds. Now we're just having a look at this combination. Right now, we are giving you the opportunity to own the black spinel. Maybe you've got no intention of investing in the black quartz. Maybe you've been waiting for your opportunity to own gorgeous black spinel. I can tell you, once again, this is a huge strand of gemstones. 38 centimeters as a minimum, but because you've got these organic rough cut nuggets, you're getting a lot of gemstones on there. And actually, if you do intend to invest in the memory wire deal later in the show, just have a look at the way Mark has worked the chips and nuggets and the memory wire together to create some really beautiful designs, bangle designs. In particular, these bangles are absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? But this is actually ring memory wire that's been used here. So this might be a nice way to incorporate your rough nuggets of black spinel into your designs. They range in size from 4x2 to 5x2, so very, very subtle, variation in the size of the gemstones, but because of that jet black tone, you're getting a massive impact. And right now you can add this huge number of black spinels to your order for $6.95. And so often mistaken for black diamonds throughout the ages. And just have a look at the quality of this black spinel. Yes, you've got the organic cuts, but again, that's just going to sort of feed into your designs, provide you with lots of texture, and again, it gives you that dramatic feel, doesn't it? Particularly when it's teamed up with some of those more vibrant colour tones. I mean, we've been looking at the pink coated quartz, but I really like the idea of mixing the black spinel with peridot, for example. Again, that vibrant tone set against this jet black colour really brings the other gemstone to life. I'm going to leave that one with you. It's available right now at $6.95, a huge number of gemstones. And the reason I have to leave that one is that it is now time for a double star buy. Woohoo! Welcome back to JewelleryMaker. Tonight, very exciting times. We've got a double star buy every half an hour. So instead of our usual offering, we're going to have two. Now they're going to come in one of two forms. Usually they're either going to be the launch of a very popular premiere strand, or we're going to bring you one of our exciting money-saving bundles, or both tonight. So you could get both at each half an hour juncture. Have a look at this strand of beautiful white opal. I'll tell you what, just so we can appreciate the beautiful colour tone we've got here, I'll show you this like that. There you go. Gorgeous white opal in your rondelles, which range in size from 7x4 to 11x7. Very subtle colour play within the gemstones. It's not... But actually, we've only got... Quite interesting strand actually. It's very similar to that of, say, like a boulder opal, for example, where you've got that muted tone. So you're still able to offer your customers that sort of jelly-like feel that you get from opals. Very familiar gemstone, isn't it? It's one of those gemstones which most people have some sort of association with. But instead of that traditional colour play, you've got more of a base tone, if you like. Always important to have your white gemstones, but instead of using the more traditional jewellery making stones, such as your agates or your jaspers, for example, here you've got the opportunity to offer your customers beautiful opal, October's birthstone, and here, I mean, it's almost a snow white, isn't it? It's that crisp feeling that you get from these gemstones. Those denser gemstones, if you like, probably wouldn't be polished in this way. So you've got a really unique feel from this strand, haven't you? Because you're able to offer your customer a very familiar gemstone in the form of opal, but instead of that traditional feeling of people looking for the colour play in the gemstone, you've actually got more of a base colour here. Beautiful white tones. In fact, I've just had an idea. How about if you just invested in beautiful black spinel? How about this for your monochrome designs? Now, all of a sudden, you're offering your customers opal and spinel in the same design. Two-toned, monochrome look there. And again, you've got that gorgeous juxtaposition between the organic nuggets and those beautiful, high-polished opals. 90 carats in total, and the rondelles themselves range in size from 7x4 to 11x7. This is probably one of the most interesting strands of opals I've ever brought you, because, as I say, traditionally I would be looking for the colour play in opal, but with these, they're offering you something very, very different. Absolutely gorgeous. If you do want to invest in this particular strand, then you know what to do. Start dialing that free phone number right now. you can be one of the first few people to add this to their order this evening just by dialing our free phone number, or of course if you are logged in at JewelleryMaker.com, you can click to buy now and add this to your basket. We've got an exclusive price for you this evening, and here it comes. Gorgeous Gems of Distinction strand of opal available right now for under £10. Another add it to your order price in many ways when you consider what you're getting here. A huge carat weight of one of the most popular gemstones available on the open jewellery market. And I've already got people flying in on our free phone number to add this to their order. Absolutely gorgeous. Something very, very special here, because we don't get the opportunity to bring you these maybe alternative varieties of opal very often. So it's very exciting for us tonight as a star buy opportunity to bring you this beautiful strand of white opal rondelles for just $9.95. And I think when you actually look at this sort of polished effect that you've got here, it's going to give you such a professional and high-end finish from your gorgeous opals. All the J's coming through now. Congratulations to Jane, June, Jackie and Julie. That's strange, isn't it? If you want to add these to your order, it's available right now for $9.95. Kathleen, you're coming through as well now. Taking advantage of the deals tonight, Kathleen. You're maximising on your 1 P&P per day, and I'm not surprised. Another J, Janet's got involved as well. They're available right now for $9.95. I can't guarantee that this particular strand of opal is going to stay at this price point, because of course, where else would you actually find this kind of carat weight of this unique variety of opal for this kind of price point? 90 carats of beautiful white opal available right now for $9.95. I'm going to leave that one with you because of course we are offering you double star buys all night tonight. So we've got another exciting deal. Where are we moving on to? Oh, these ones. So you get 2 Labradorites and 2 rose quartz, is that correct? Okay, I'm really excited about these. They're bezel set gemstones, but they also have your charm attached to them. So just have a look. We'll show you one of each, because you get 2 of each as part of the particular bundle. But just have a look at these. So you've got your Labradorite and your rose quartz, 2 of our most popular gemstones, the gemstone of true love, and of course, beautiful Labradorite. Now the droplets of the gemstones are 16 by 12 mil in size, but can you see the way they've been faceted on the surface? Just have a look at the way the Labrador essence is coming out there. Gorgeous. Now this is actually rose gold plated copper that has been used to bezel set the gemstones, and of course within your charm there, you've got the flower shaped charm on your Labradorite, you've got the heart shaped gemstone on your beautifully feminine rose quartz, which makes sense, doesn't it? Very romantic gemstone rose quartz, beautiful in fact for those feminine designs. And then you've got something a little bit different, that optical effect from your Labradorite here, and that comes with your with your flower shaped charm. So you've actually got 2 of these within the bundle itself, 2 of each in fact. So I'll just show you everything you're going to get. There you go. Oh, there's your second rose quartz charm. So the heart-shaped, rose gold plated copper charm is set into the bezel set rose quartz, and then the flower-shaped charm is set into the bezel of the Labradorite. 4 charms in total. And of course, you don't have to use all of these in one design. You might be making a selection of charm bracelets. This could just feed into it. Something very special, because of course, you've got huge carat weights here. The Labradorite itself is, I think, a 7 carat Labradorite in each charm. And the rose quartz is a minimum of 6 carats in total. If you want to get involved, start dialing that free phone number, or alternatively, click to buy now, because just have a look at the professional finish you've got here. That beautiful bezel setting. I mean, this is rose gold plated copper. And just have a look at the finish. Very, very professional look from these gemstones, and look at that gorgeous Labrador essence. You get all 4 charms here as part of this particular star buy deal, and here comes your price point this evening, £9.95. £2.49 a charm, but you've got a 7-carat Labradorite set into rose gold plated copper, and it's not just the charm. Because of that bezel setting, it really is going to elevate your charm designs onto another level. It's that attention to detail, that professional finish, which is going to set you aside from other jewellery makers out there. £2.49 per charm, and you've got over 5 carats of Labradorite or rose quartz in each charm. Lots of people getting involved now on the free phone number. If you want to add this to your order at JewelleryMaker.com, just click to buy now, and you are only ever going to pay 1 P&P per day here at Jewellery Maker, so you can really maximise on that deal by adding these exclusive offers to your order today. Beautiful Labradorite charms set into rose gold plated copper with the flower shaped charm or the heart shaped charm. In fact, you're not really restricted in any way. If you have a look, you could actually easily just change these over and just snip the jump ring, and you could swap them around. Absolutely gorgeous. You get 2 of each of these as part of this deal for just £9.95. Here's a good idea. Maybe you're thinking, not too sure, how about this? If you've got a friend who might like these, you could actually have 1 rose quartz and 1 Labradorite each for £5 if you went 2s up on this deal. So you can see everything you're going to get there. All available for £9.95. And I have to say a very special hello to producer Dion's mum. She's just tuned in to watch the show. So hi Dion's mum. What's Dion's mum's name? Marjorie. What a beautiful name. Welcome to the madhouse, Marjorie. And it's all your daughter's fault. Look at Dan. He's looking like... He looks like the man that has just got rescued on the local news. Hi Mom, I'm on telly. Right, we're going to leave that one because we've got to let you know we've got a double star buy coming up every half an hour on the show. What have we got coming up at the top of the hour? There's no pearls on it though. Yeah. Are those pearls? Is it? Get out here, D. Let me know what you're talking about. Is it this? No, there's no blue in that. Oh, these. Yes. All right. It's not my fault you've made twice as many bundles as we normally have. I can't have a look at this. Right, this is how it was described to me. Reds, blues, some pearls. They've got tassels on them. Where's the blues? There's no blues. That's what... Blue on the tassel. Okay. Well, anyway, the fact of the matter is we've got a very, very exciting opportunity to bring you 2 super star buys every half an hour tonight. So that's why we've got so many bundles on set. That's why it's so difficult to know what's coming up next. This is a gorgeous combination of colour tones here you've come up with, Producer D. You've got your fiery tones from your orange gemstones here. You've got a metallic feel from your pink pyrite. You've got the femininity from your little baby pearls. You've got the clarity from your clear gemstones. This is coming up at the top of the hour as a wholesale deal on genuine gemstones and a double trouble deal on your Marquise cut of rose quartz. Just have a look at the size of these beautiful gemstones. Absolutely huge. Massive carat weights, and they're going to have a massive impact on your designs. These are coming up at the top of the hour, so you've only got about 15 minutes to wait before we bring you another double star buy. We've had a web comment. I'm going to look up here, sorry. Oh my goodness, so shocked, Ed, but thank you so much for showing my design. Really glad you liked it and can't wait to receive my bead scoop. So that's from Stephanie Gibbs, who won Design of the Week. And make sure you return to my Facebook site and continue to tag me into your designs. And next week you could potentially win Design of the Week. Stephanie won with this gorgeous design. And the reason that it was selected was basically because she's really highlighting how far wire work can advance your designs, and she made some hefty profit as well. She worked out the cost price of the piece was £4. She sold it in a day for £35. So I like that because it encourages everyone to think of their hobby as something that could be elevated into a small business. We're going to continue on with the deals here on The Late Show and just have a look at this beautiful rainbow moonstone here. Now, Stephanie actually tagged that particular picture into a little thread that I started on my Facebook site yesterday, which was to find out what the most profitable gemstone is here at JewelleryMaker. Everybody came back, Labradorite Rainbow Moonstone. And now I'm sure that the theory I had regarding these gemstones is correct. Basically, when you're selling your jewellery designs at a craft fair, you're encountering people who may or may not have the same depth of knowledge, the same passion as you do about gemstones and gemology. So when you get this very visual impact from the gemstones, this optical effect, it sparks people's imagination. It makes them understand the mystical feeling that owning genuine gemstones can possess. And Rainbow Moonstone is one of those beautiful gemstones. You've got this gorgeous adular essence. I'm a little bit frustrated because if you could see what I can see coming from this gemstone, you would be mesmerised. Oh yes, we've got it. Electric blue and purple adular essence coming from this one gemstone. Actually, we've got blue adular essence on pretty much every gemstone on this strand. It's not as easy to display in our studio, but you know what? That's why we offer you a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can get this home, experience this optical property for yourself, and then make an informed decision. Now, these are faceted, top-drilled pear drops. They range in size from 9x6 to 16x9, and on this particular strand, we are going to offer you an exclusive price reduction. This comes from our Gems of Distinction range, currently available on our website for $14.95, but we're not staying there tonight. We're about to give you an exclusive reduction, only available for the next 60 minutes. So at that point, it's going to return to $14.95. Right now, we've handed you back the equivalent of your P&P. You can add this to your order for $11.95. Maybe you've been thinking about adding Rainbow Moonstone to your order for some time. Maybe you've always liked the idea of incorporating this optical effect into your designs. This is going to be your best opportunity. We've lowered the price to $11.95, but it's only available at that price for 60 minutes, at which point it's going to return to the original price of $14.95. That already represented the best value on the market. Oh, right, sorry. I couldn't understand what you were saying there, producer. She's basically saying she wants it to be a sellout. So she's now taking it even further. She's gone down to $7.95. That's virtually a half-price deal. My word, if you want to get involved, start dialing that free phone number right now. This is the kind of opportunity where we're taking Gems of Distinction strands to that kind of price. I'm thinking multi-buying this strand now. And that's exactly what many of our phone buyers are doing right now. I can see people flying through at JewelleryMaker.com, adding this to your basket. Of course, make sure you check out to avoid disappointment, because in 60 minutes it's going to return to the original price of $14.95. Producer D in a very, very generous mood tonight. That's our job here on The Late Show. Whenever we bring you sort of last of stock opportunities, well, we're going to go a little bit lower than usual. And whenever we do, of course, take advantage the second you see the price reduction, because it will only stay at that price for 60 minutes. $7.95 for a gemstone that has been revered for well, millennia. This has been set into jewellery design since 100 AD. And you can understand why, can't you? Because right now we have all the sort of scientific knowledge about gemstones. We understand where this optical effect comes from. But even when, you know, ancient civilizations didn't understand where this natural phenomenon came from, they still wanted to set it into jewellery. In fact, it probably had even more of a mystical feel to it then, because of course, you know, before we had this sort of base knowledge of science and we linked everything back to lab testing and understanding the chemistry and the physics behind it, we still appreciated that amazing visual impact that Rainbow Moonstone has as a gemstone. It's available right now for $7.95, but only while stocks last. Congratulations to Rita, Janet, Tracy, Michelle, you're all my multi-buyers. We're going to move on. We've got gorgeous citrine now. Whoa. This is easily the most high-end strand of citrine I've ever seen on JewelleryMaker. I don't say that lightly, although I've been working on the channel for 3 years. Used to be the manager on the channel, and I've never seen citrine of this quality. Just have a look at the way it's been cut. Have you seen this, Dee, in the flesh? Have a look at this. It's actually been faceted to a point. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Can you imagine the impact that's going to have in your designs? That is jewellery quality citrine. You wouldn't be able to actually achieve this cut. It comes from the cut collection. It's a concave droplet. It is phenomenal. 60 carats in total. In fact, while you're there, I'm just going to go and grab somebody. Hold on a second. I'm dragging Mark on screen. I've got to show him this gemstone strand. I'm really sorry, I know you're packing up for your workshop. Can I just show you something? Come with me. This has to be the greatest strand of citrine I've ever seen on JewelleryMaker. Have a look at the way it's cut.
Oh my word. Hello everyone.
This is Mark, our macrame, chips and nuggets expert. Very profitable jewellery maker because you're involved in all the trade shows as well. Anything else that you're an expert on?
No, that's enough.
Have a look at this.
Isn't that incredible?
I've never seen a cut like this. I've seen the concave cuts, I've seen the drops, I've never seen them done together. Can you think of any inventive designs that you'd...
I would. I'm trying to think which wire I would use. I think it sounds a bit out of the box, but antique bronze.
Okay.
0.4 wire.
Okay.
I've just started to learn how to do briolette wrapping. So you'd put the wire through and then wrap into a nice drop. Just have them as simple drops.
Could you use your, like, sort of wagged Y cone to create that, or would that not quite work? I'm thinking of...
You might be able to actually.
Just to get you started, I suppose. This is sort of little bead cap.
Use the very tip, maybe.
Yeah.
Or made a cone on your round.
Oh yeah, you could just make one, couldn't you?
Yeah, round those pliers. Yeah, good idea.
But you don't have to do too much to make this gemstone sing, do you?
I think it would be definitely earrings for me, because I'd want to see all that from every angle, wouldn't you?
Absolutely. Well, you want the... They've been cut to a point, haven't they? And you want that to shine through, but also from the other direction, the concave, it's almost like a kaleidoscope effect you get.
Have we had this cut before?
Absolutely. I've never seen it. I've been working on the channel for a long time. I've never seen concave cut droplets. Especially, I think sometimes our citrine's quite subtle in its colour tone, but it has a real golden tone to it, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. You can see there on the recording that saturation of colour as well.
Very much like, is it cognac quartz?
Cognac quartz,
Sort of really, really deep yellowy.
Sort of somewhere in between the citrusy tones and the smoky quartz tones, slap bang in the middle of those two. Real consistency of colour tone, and just that cut. I mean, it actually highlights the quality of the gemstones themselves, because I doubt the Lapidus would even attempt that on a gemstone that he wasn't confident about the quality of.
No, absolutely.
Phenomenal. We're going to have to bring the price on screen. We've got people multi-buying this strand. $39.95. It does come from our Gems of Distinction range, but I mean, if you did take two of these gemstones and created a beautiful pair of earrings, what kind of price point would you be looking at?
Gosh.
Because I mean, that is jewellery quality citrine,
this
isn't
would
it?
go in my high end, so
Right.
it would be at least £20 a pair.
Wow. Okay. But that's actually very reasonable when you consider the... Also, you've got a huge carat weight here, because 60 carats, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So 5 carats on average in each gemstone.
Wow.
So if you create a pair of earrings, you'd be allowing your customers to join the 10 carat club for just £20.
I like that.
You like that? $39.95. So that means that for 2 pairs, you potentially make your money back.
Make your money.
2, 4. And then you can make 3 more pairs and a pendant there.
I mean, I've got a fair range of earrings on my stand, but nothing of this cut or this quality.
Absolutely beautiful. A Gems of Distinction strand, the highest possible quality, and that is highlighted by this very unique cut, something that neither Mark or I have ever seen on the channel before. $39.95. Lots of people multi-buying. Look at that. That's really encouraging. That suggests to me that people have already got pretty
good ideas what they can do with that.
And also probably quite successful jewellery making businesses.
Now, citrine is that? I think that's the birthstone.
November.
November. That's what I thought.
Shares it with topaz.
That's right.
In fact, yeah. So yeah, that's another key thing, isn't it? I always think of that as, you know.
Well, as craft fair makers, I mean, we're working 3 or 4 months in advance. So I mean, this is quite a mercenary way of looking at it. But November is very near to Christmas as well.
Yes.
And people are scurrying around craft fairs and shopping, buying those exquisite gifts. So I'll be buying this now, making up the jewellery, stockpiling it, ready for the Christmas 3 months without a doubt. Because we don't know if we're going to get this again, do we?
Absolutely not. Well, I've never seen citrine of this quality. I've never seen the cut.
No.
So
those middle 6 and 7 are just massive.
The ones in the centre are slightly larger, aren't they? So they range from 10mm to 12mm. So quite, you know, a subtle variation really. You want the 10mm in your ears, and you want to get the 12mm for the pendant, perhaps.
Well, absolutely.
Look like a beautiful pendant. The pendant, would you set with the point facing outwards?
Wow, I think so.
Yeah, you've got to help mine.
Yes, I think so.
Just because it'd be more comfortable on the neckline.
I mean, there's some exquisite wire wrapping that we're seeing on Wall of Fame and from other designers. At the
Oh,
moment.
actually, yeah.
So to have it sat proud, facing that way,
like that,
with sort of a bezel set around the back.
That would be incredible.
Included, that would be
but
amazing.
also, if you wanted more of a traditional jewellery look, you know, you could actually create a sort of shank and prong setting and sit it that way. So you get that sort of kaleidoscope-like effect. You can see that Mark and I have fallen in love with this particular strand. Gems of Distinction quality citrine available right now for $39.95. And the other interesting thing about... unfortunately, well, it wasn't until everybody came in and multi-bought this strand. Okay. But yeah, we are approaching limited availability. I think if you run through there, you can probably get a strand.
That myself.
Go and get a strand. I want to see your designs.
All right.
Thank you, Mark. Thanks for helping out there. But, you know, sometimes I just get caught unawares by the, you know, unique cut that we were seeing there in that strand, and you know, we always like to get a bit of inspiration. I'm going to leave that one with you. We're going to move on, and now we're going for the perfect addition to every jewellery maker's gemstone stash, probably the quintessential gemstone mineral. In fact, I read a quote today that said, "Pearls are the queen of gems, and pearls are the gem for queens." Here we are looking at 11 by 10 mil white culture pearls. This is that classic look which most people are going to associate with this gemstone. And this is another birthstone. This is in fact my birthstone, and producer Dee's birthstone, and director Ryan's mum's birthstone, and Dan's uncle's birthstone. Oh look, I can't believe it. Participation Pete didn't take the chance to get involved there. Doesn't know anybody born in June. So if you do want to get involved with this deal, do you know what I'm thinking? It's another profit maker. Restrand this particular strand of pearls, add a gorgeous sterling silver clasp, and you're going to virtually treble your money, because this is available right now at $21.95. I was saying that I recently did my own research, went to this boutique. They had a strand of pearls with a sterling silver clasp. It was £135. When I said that to Hannah Osborne, she said, "Oh, you should have bought it, that's cheap." I've still got the citrine mark. Mark's re-entered the studio. With the pearls. What a fantastic idea. Oh yeah, now we're talking about a very high-end offering, aren't we? Luxury pearls and this unique cut of citrine. There you go. Sometimes you need a designer's eye to understand which gemstones go together. That is an amazing deal. We've gone from probably the highest quality strand of citrine I've ever seen to one of the highest quality strands of pearls we've ever brought you. 11 by 10 mil, available right now for $21.95. We're going to move on. Come on then, what do you want to get in? Oh, sorry. Oh, the amethyst version of the citrine. And I've got the accent stone for this one. Don't panic. Your superstar buy this evening is your accent gemstone. Have a look at this. This is your lavender amethyst concave cut drops. The exact same cut that we've seen on the citrine, but instead of bringing those sort of sunshine tones, here we've got that femininity. Those beautiful lilacs and pinks. 40 carats in total on this strand. Can you see that unique cut? You can see the way the light is being dispersed across the surface of the gemstone by that very, very unique and high-end style of gemstone cutting. I'm going to be honest, I'm going to say something a bit naughty here. Probably get me in trouble, but how on earth did JM get hold of these? I'm surprised some of the biggest jewellers in the world weren't snapping these up. Look at that. Do you know what? It's probably just that the quality of the amethyst itself was of such a high standard that the second the lapidurist lay eyes on these gemstones, he knew he was going to do something special with them. This time the concave cuts actually range in size from 10 to 13 mil, but instead of having the pear drop, you've actually got a circular cut to the, oh my word, can you imagine that set into a wire work prong setting, or if you create a little open shank. That is professional quality amethyst, and here comes the price. Oh, $29.95 now. The citrine was $39.95, but of course you have got a slightly lower carat weight here, so you were looking at 60 carats on the citrine, 40 carats on the lavender amethyst, and as I say, I've got the accent gemstone. So if you're investing in this jewellery quality amethyst here, I mean honestly, if you had that set into, well, I was going to say sterling silver, but even a gold setting in one of your high street jewellers, what could you be paying potentially for that? I mean, they are gorgeous. Lots of people getting involved at JewelleryMaker.com and taking advantage on our free phone number. If you are adding that to your order, make sure that you come back at 8:45 this evening for our superstar buy, these beautiful pink amethyst rondelles coming up at the end of the show. But I've got to leave that one there because once again, it's star buy time, and we are bringing you yet another double star buy. Welcome back to Jewellery Maker. Time now for yet another double star buy. Now we're going to bring you a star buy every half an hour on the show. Anyway, every night we do that. But tonight we're going to bring you 2 star buys every single half an hour. Actually, it's going to be more like 25 minutes because we've got so much to fit in. We're not going to have time, and we're going to kick off with this rather impressive collection of gemstones. Now, what we've done here is we've taken a collection of our gemstones from our website, we've put them together, and we've created a unique discount code. It will only be available for 60 minutes, but it's going to offer you a unique saving on 5 of our most popular gemstone strands. Let's just have a look at everything we're going to get here. You've got your clear quartz rounds. These are 5 mil in size, so very, very versatile, perfect for so many of our popular disciplines, such as, you know, your macrame, your kumihimo, your bead loom, your beady beads, anything like that. Then you've got these very delicate and feminine pink or lilac pearls in a rice bead shape. They're 4x3 mil, so perfect for those sort of bridal looks, perhaps those delicate designs, the headwear, so your tiaras, your hair combs, ideas like that. Then you've got your beautiful pink color coated pyrite. These are rondelles, they're faceted, which is really interesting because you get that sort of metallic shimmer from the gemstone at the best of times, but when it's been faceted, it really does allow the light to play on the surface, and it brings out that sort of baby pink tone that you've got here, which is actually a coating it's received. The rondelles themselves range in size from 2x1 to 3x1, giving you 50 carats in total. Then have a look at this gorgeous strand of carnelian. Almost lava-like tones coming from your carnelian here. So you've got those golden tones, the tangerine vibrancy, even ranging up to those sort of ruby red tones. 85 carats in total, and those are your top drilled plain drops. They are irregular in size, ranging from 5x3 to 10x5, so you're getting lots of texture, lots of character from those particular gemstones. Then you've got this strand of white agate, again in your irregular droplets, so again providing you with, well, I would say a bit of authority really, because people are going to be able to see that you've clearly sourced genuine gemstones from the unique way they've been cut to highlight that organic nature of some of Mother Nature's beautiful creations. White agate here, and the droplets range in size from 4x3 to 10x5, 5 strands in total. If you were to buy these separately any other day, they would cost you £23.75, so well over £20 if you were to normally invest in these 5 strands, which in itself is ridiculous value when you consider the carat weight, the variety of gemstones, the amount of creative opportunities you have here with your clear quartz, your delicate little pearls, your beautiful pastel pink pyrite, and then your carnelian and agate drops. Should be $23.75, but this is best of the best, and it's coming to you as a star buy deal at $14.95 today. If you want to get involved with this deal, you know what to do. Start dialing that free phone number right now, or alternatively, click to buy now at JewelleryMaker.com. Lots of interest in this. This is the way to hugely improve the number of gemstone strands you have in your stash, which in itself is going to provide you with inspiration, and of course it might take your jewelry designs in a completely different direction. Maybe there's a strand here that you're looking at thinking, oh, I've never worked with that before. Definitely grab it today, because whenever you remove yourself from your comfort zone, whenever you start to work with items that you know, habitually wouldn't be drawn to, that's when you're going to develop as a jewelry maker. That's when you're going to find out more about yourself as a crafter and a jewelry maker than ever before. Congratulations to Julie, Natalie, Nicola, Karen, Sarah, lots of new buyers getting involved as well. We've got a queue of around about 90 seconds coming through on our free phone number right now. Don't panic, you will be answered in the order in which you have dialed. Of course, if you are dialing from a landline, then there's no charge anyway, it's a free phone number. We've still got stock to go around on this. We're offering you a huge saving. Shall I get myself in loads of trouble by making a quick suggestion? Hold on, wait here. Shall I come in there and whisper it to you? Okay, take my mic out. We'll have a look at these gorgeous gemstones. Okay, I like it. We've got a double star buy now. This is available right now for $14.95. We're going to do something very special on this double trouble deal of rose quartz. For anybody who just got involved with that deal, this is going to be an add it to your order price. Check these out. Top drilled, irregular. In fact, I'm just going to hold one strand up at first because the carat weights are so huge. Have a look at these. Size of these. They range in size from 23 by 10 to 38 by 14. So massive, massive impact within your jewellery designs, and you don't get one strand, you get two. So this is a double trouble deal. 340 carats. So am I right in saying that you actually get 680 carats? Oh right, wow. I didn't know somebody had done the maths already, you see. Mind you, that would mean that this was only, what, 170 carats? There's no way, that had to be over 300 carats, didn't it? Have a look at the very sort of simple design, if you like, but massive impact. Huge femininity from the colour tone, but it almost has a sort of tribal feel to it. Do you know what I mean? But they almost look like little petals as well, little flower petals. Really, really interesting design. In fact, it probably depends what outfit you match that up as to how it's sort of perceived, if you like. Really, really interesting. And a huge carat weight here. 680 carats. Now there's seems to be a bit of a queue forming on our free phone number. I'm not surprised because the deals we're bringing you are totally ridiculous. Don't panic. The help team will be with you very, very soon. Now, if you are encountering any problems at all, you know what, the most efficient way to shop from us here at JewelleryMaker is to log on at JewelleryMaker.com. You can simply click to buy now. This is going to be added to your basket, but make sure you check out to avoid disappointment, because a little bit of a negotiation with my producer there regarding wholesale opportunities on gemstones. Now, we just brought you a 5-strand pack for $14.95. That's less than £3 a strand. And we want to bring you as many trade show style deals as possible tonight. We want to get you to add as many gemstone strands to your collection as you wish. We want you to be able to take advantage of the deals, and we want to make genuine gemstones as accessible as possible. This is the gemstone of true love. This is a huge carat weight, well over 500 carats. I mean, 500 carats of any gemstone is impressive. You're talking about 680 carats of beautiful rose quartz. And tonight, we've got a very, very special price. $7.95 for 2 strands of rose quartz. How much would you pay for, I don't know, 1 gemstone pendant elsewhere? Each and every one of these could be a feature stone within your jewellery designs. I mean, we've given you a little bit of inspiration, and we've suggested this kind of design where the size of a gemstone sort of naturally graduates as you move down the neckline. But despite the fact this is very, very gem heavy piece, and we've probably included, well, the best part of a whole strand of rose quartz there, of course the price would be reflective. If you were selling this in a boutique window, you'd expect, you know, the carat weight of rose quartz that you've incorporated there to be reflected in the price, of course. But you only really need to use 1 gemstone as a pendant to make a massive, massive impact. This is available right now for $7.95, a double trouble deal. And we've got a huge amount of people coming through at JewelleryMaker.com. And if you are waiting in a short queue on our free phone number, don't panic. We are working our way through the calls. You will be answered in the order in which you have dialed through. So congratulations to Rosemary, Maureen, Tina, Janet. You've got 2 of these heading your way. Liz, Jennifer, Alison, Leslie, Anne, June, Rachel, Pax, Jane, Isabel, Karen, Andrina, Rachel, Alexandra, Tina, Laxmi, Janice. So many people flying through now on the phone lines, and if you want to get involved, you can add 2 strands of rose quartz to your order right now for $7.95. Now, if you are sitting at home and you're looking at these wholesale deals on gemstones and you're feeling inspired and you already know how you're going to incorporate some of these gemstones into your designs, then why not share with the group? If you've already got lots of creative ideas flowing through your mind right now, maybe you're just looking forward to the memory wire deal coming up later. Maybe you just want to get hold of the pink amethyst as our superstar buy, then don't hesitate to get involved with us here on The Late Show. We welcome your interaction, and you can text us at 60777. Just make sure you start your text with the phrase JM Studio, otherwise we'll probably lose that in the ethos. Or of course, if you are logged in at JewelleryMaker.com, which you can see lots and lots of you are, then all you got to do is click the message box, and whatever you write will come through to my producer's screen. You can't be too abusive to her because she's just giving you 680 carats of rose quartz for $7.95, and I can see that the help team are starting to catch up with the calls, aren't they, because so many people just came through. $7.95, congratulations. If you are waiting in a queue, stay where you are. We still have stock availability of that deal. We're going to leave that one there. We're going to move on. We're moving on to the... Okay, is this what I think it is? More coloured diamonds. Wow. A girl's best friend here, and in a very interesting colour tone. Don't think we're quite doing the colour justice on screen, because actually you've got a beautiful variation of colour tones here, ranging from those sort of feminine pink hues to your sort of, well, brick reds in many ways. And actually, you've even got a few sort of silver tones on the surface of the gemstone. Absolutely love this strand of gemstones. And it's interesting, isn't it, with a gemstone like diamonds, because people do have their own personal association with this gemstone. And, well, do you know what? This, I suppose, is a real reflection of, you know, they say time is a great healer. Diamonds are carbon plus time, aren't they? This is what time comes up with when it's left with a piece of carbon. It turns it into a gorgeous diamond. And I think that if you want to accent any gemstone, diamonds are where it's at. Traditionally, within the jewellery world, if you want to really highlight the prestige that's held within any gemstone, teaming it up with diamonds is the way to do it. And it's interesting here because you've got the rough cut nuggets. You can actually provide your customers with lots of texture, but that's the way I would use these red diamonds. I would use them, I'd team them up with other feminine gemstones in order to bring your customers the most prestigious look you can. They range in size from 1 by half a mil to 3 by 1 mil. So very delicate and elegant tones. And you also get that little bit of sparkle, but because of the size of the gemstones, I could be wrong, but I would use these as accent gemstones to really highlight the prestige of other gemstones. So maybe, for example, you got hold of those rubies last night as our superstar buy. Imagine setting your beautiful rubies with red diamonds. Then all of a sudden as well, you're going to start to pick out, Freudian slip there, pick out, sorry, more of those sort of fiery red tones from your diamonds when it's teamed up with the rubies. And of course you've got 2 of the big 4 in one design then. That's just one design idea. Maybe you already know how you're going to use these diamonds and how you're going to maximize on their beauty within your designs. If so, don't hesitate to share your ideas this evening via text or on the message box at JewelleryMaker.com. And I'm hearing from producer D that she's about to give you the best ever diamond deal here at JewelleryMaker. So this is going to be the best ever diamond deal that we've brought to you on The Late Show. Are you ready for it? She said. Well, I'm ready for it. Are you ready for it? Okay, are the call centre ready for it? That's the real question. Okay, here we go. Let's have a look at the price point this evening for one of the most prestigious gemstones on the planet. Well, let's go let's give it the credit it deserves. The most prestigious gemstone on the planet. We only have single figures of availability remaining in stock. And we're going to give you an official price reduction. Only available for the next 60 minutes. This is going to be your best opportunity to add red diamonds to your order. You keep catching me pulling funny faces because basically producer Dion's feeding me information in my ear saying, I'm going to take diamonds lower than we've ever taken them before. And I'm like, are you sure? And then she does it and I'm like, why have you gone that low? And then you cut back to me, £15 worth of savings here on 10 carats of beautiful red diamonds. And we've got so much sparkle from this organic cut here. I mean, very delicate sizes, so you don't want to maybe pile all of them into one design, although you could create a beautiful red diamond bracelet, couldn't you? That would be really, really gorgeous. In fact, you could feed these simply onto your memory wire, the bracelet memory wire. We've got a memory wire deal coming up towards the end of the show. Just have a look at these designs here. And you can see that Mark's used some of the organic cuts, the nuggets, if you will, with his memory wire. Can you imagine setting red diamonds onto your memory wire? Again, you know, whenever you're sort of maximising on your time, if you like, whenever there's less labour involved in creating the piece of jewellery, of course that can be reflected in the price point, because you can make it a little bit more affordable if it's, you know, taking up less of your time, less of your creativity to create the piece. Then that can be reflected in the price. And of course, if you're making diamond jewellery affordable, you're going to get repeat purchases. You're going to get people coming back to you again and again. And I know that I'm focusing quite a lot on maybe selling your jewellery designs, but to be honest, the reason why is I see no reason at all why any hobbyist can't elevate their jewellery or crafting hobby into a small business. We know that people love to own bespoke jewellery designs. I've seen how talented you all are as jewellery makers via Facebook, via the Wall of Fame, and these, to me, are professional standard bespoke jewellery designs. When you start to work with these prestigious gemstones, such as diamonds, that is when you're going to be able to achieve the kind of price points that will allow you to, you know, be proud of what you've created, but also maybe start to make a little bit of profit. Beautiful diamonds available right now with a £15 saving down to £24.95. I've got people multi-buying this strand now. That's how impressive this saving is. It's only available at that price for the next 60 minutes. We're going to have to move on because before too long, we'll be back round to giving you another double star buy. Let's have a look at what we've got coming up. In fact, in just 20 minutes time, a double trouble deal on Rainbow Moonstone. As we've seen already, this is a very popular gemstone, mainly due to the optical property, that adular essence that you find within Moonstone. Hopefully I can just show you. If I isolate a gemstone, we'll be able to see it, potentially. Again, very frustrating for us here in the studio because I can see this adular essence on each and every gemstone, that sort of electric blue optical effect that comes from the gemstone itself. There we go, we just found it, there we go. Double trouble deal, so 2 strands of Rainbow Moonstone. Again, very lengthy strands coming up in just 20 minutes time, if that, and the premiere launch of this lemon quartz strand. Faceted top drill drops. More of those citrus tones coming from this particular strand, but again, jewellery quality lemon quartz, because look at the unique way this has been faceted to perfection. That is going to be coming to you as a premiere launch in just 10 minutes time. We're going to move on, and we're going to give you another opportunity to add Labradorite to your order this evening. Again, a huge carat weight. Very organic feel here because of the irregularities in the sizes and the shapes due to the way these have been faceted. I mean, these have got wirework rings or even cufflinks written all over them. Again, another gemstone prized for that optical property that it actually is displaying in abundance on this particular strand. Now the nuggets themselves range in size from 9x6 to 18x8, and I hear some encouraging words from the gallery as well regarding the potential price of this strand. I've given you a little hint there. Start dialing that free phone number. Let's have a look at the current price for these beautiful Labradorite nuggets. Okay, they're already available at $14.95. Imagine just taking one of the larger gemstones, creating a wirework ring. You're talking about a £10–15 piece right there. We're going to give you an exclusive price reduction. It will only be available at this price for the next 60 minutes. Whoa! Should be $14.95 down to $8.95 for 180 carats of this beautiful Labradorite. I mean, you can see the Labradorescence coming through there, can't you? Absolutely exquisite. This is gonna capture people's imagination. It's gonna allow them to develop their own passion for gemstones and gemology once they see this visual property that Labradorite is exhibiting. 180 carats in total. These nuggets range in size from 9x6 to 18x8. Should be $14.95. If there is any stock left in 60 minutes time, it's going to return to that price point. I mean, that price point in itself represents unbelievable value when you consider the amount of profit you could make of a strand like this. But $8.95, that is a ridiculous price. People multi-buying this strand now. Got people multi-buying this. Nicola in Yorkshire, congratulations, you've got 2 strands of this heading your way. I imagine you're going to have an absolute plethora of Labradorite rings on your next craft fair store. And actually, at that price point, I'm surprised that that's not going to be a sellout. $8.95. Totally ridiculous price point for what you're getting here. A Gems of Distinction strand of Labradorite. I'm going to leave it on with you and we're going to move on. Where are we moving on to, sorry? Oh, really? That time already? This is the nature of doing double star buys. We've got to go to them slightly earlier. So it is now time for yet another star buy. Welcome back to JewelleryMaker. Time now for another star buy, and on this occasion it is going to be the premiere launch of another Gems of Distinction strand. Just have a look at the quality of the lemon quartz here. Something going on with our lemon quartz, isn't there? You can see how confident the lapidary work is on this standard of lemon quartz. You saw those concave cut drops before, which were $39.95. Here, the same standard of faceting brought to you, but this time these are checkerboard facets across the surface of a gemstone. And of course, the greater the number of facets, the greater color, plate of light you're going to get. I mean, these are just going to sparkle away, aren't they? And look at that when you see it in, well, a less saturating light source, if you like. So when you see this in sunlight or incandescent light, these are the colour tones that you're going to be able to pick out. Those citrus lemon tones, those rich golden hues as well. Little bit washed out in our studio, but you can still pick out the quality of the gemstone itself. And just have a look at the way those are sparkling thanks to the beautiful faceting that's been placed on the surface of the gemstone. I mean, look at that. Absolutely exquisite. And I know that for some people, they may be a little bit blasé about what we're offering here, because you're thinking, well, you know, quartz, one of the most recognisable and familiar materials on the planet, you know, but we're talking about jewellery quality quartz here. We're talking about something that's been classified as a gemstone because of the beautiful colour tone you've got here. Gorgeous lemon quartz. And as we approach the spring and summer seasons, you know, you need these more sort of vibrant colour tones, those citrus tones, those sunny colour tones, if you like, to incorporate into your designs. Really, really interesting variation in sizes as well, ranging from 9x5 to 15x9. So once again, perfect for creating matching sets of jewellery with your droplet style earrings and the matching pendant. So once again, you don't have to put a lot of time, effort and creativity into creating very sellable or wearable pieces of jewellery. Now this is a Gems of Distinction strand, which represents the best quality we can source for you. You can see the quality of this lemon quartz from there, can't you? The way this has been faceted, the consistency of the colour, and the ease of incorporating this into designs. That really helps, I think, with some people's decision-making process. Now, of course, if you're sitting there umming and ahhing right now, you're thinking, oh, I really like the colour tone, but I'm not sure, don't panic. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can get this home, see it in the flesh, match it up with, you know, other gemstones, maybe certain metal tones. Maybe that's how you want to, you know, come to your decision. Maybe you want to match it up with rose gold, silver, yellow gold, and then decide whether it suits your designs. We are going to give you an exclusive launch price this evening on a Gems of Distinction strand of lemon quartz, some of the finest quality lemon quartz we've ever brought you here at JewelleryMaker. And here comes your launch price tonight, 90 carats for $14.95. I will give you a quick count up. I know this will be an estimation, but I know some people like to make their decision based on the number of gemstones. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 gemstones here. Talking about 74p a carat there. 74p a gemstone, sorry. 74p for jewellery quality lemon quartz. I love that, because actually when you think about, you know, the saturation of light within our studio, and we're still picking out those beautiful citrus tones, aren't we? There's a lot going on with this particular strand of lemon quartz. Absolutely gorgeous, perfect for the spring and summer collections. This is your launch price this evening for a premier strand of lemon quartz. If you want to add this to your order, the time to act is right now. Dial that free phone number. Take advantage of this deal. Of course, if you've already got a P&P up and running, what are you waiting for? You can add this to your order, get it home, see it in the flesh, make an informed decision, and if you're not 100% sure, you can always use your 30-day money-back guarantee to send it straight back. A launch price of $14.95 for a premier strand of gorgeous lemon quartz. I'm going to leave it on with you, and we're going to move on because we've got another star buy, haven't we? And it is your double trouble deal on Rainbow Moonstone. Very, very impressive gemstone. Another gemstone so popular with jewellery makers, basically because it allows you to sell your designs to people that maybe don't have that same passion for gemstones that you do, but as soon as they witness that optical property, that's it, they're sold, they're encapsulated by your jewellery designs. Just have a look at this adjurescence. I've got to be able to show you this because I've got blue tones, violet tones, there you go, absolutely gorgeous. This little play of colour within the gemstone provides you with something special. There we go, we can see it now, that adjurate. There we go. A whole spectrum of colour tones coming through with your adjurescence there. That's why we call it Rainbow Moonstone. We've got every colour of the rainbow coming through there. Absolutely phenomenal. And a lot of gemstones on these strands. These are your drop style nuggets, so irregularities in the sizes and the shapes. They range from 6x3 to 10x5. Again, very simple, subtle earring designs will work perfectly with these particular cuts and allow you to maximize on the profit you can make from your strands of Rainbow Moonstone especially when you consider that this is coming to you as a double trouble deal. Now, we do have a little bit, what I would describe as a silly price for this particular deal, but it's only available for the next 60 minutes. Let me assure you, we're not trying to devalue gemstones. We're part of the Genuine Gemstone Company. That is why we can offer you the kind of value we're about to bring. 80 carats of rainbow moonstone on both strands here, giving you over 150 carats in total. Already, people flying through on the phone lines. So many people multi-buying this deal. I'm not surprised, really. Got a buyer in Yorkshire who's got 2. Carol, you've got 3. Tracy, you've got 2. Now, how many of this bundle do we actually have, producer dear? 71. Only double figures of availability. The only question we now have is there going to be enough to go round? Here comes your double trouble deal, $7.95 for 2 strands of rainbow moonstone. You're getting both strands for that price point. If you're sitting there umming and ahhing, do not wait any longer. Start dialing that free phone number to avoid disappointment. We've got people flying through now on the phone lines, as well as people piling in at JewelleryMaker.com to put this in their basket. If you place it in your basket, make sure you check out to avoid disappointment. I'd hate for anyone to miss out because a phone buyer comes through and takes advantage of this deal. $7.95 for 2 strands of rainbow moonstone. Absolutely ridiculous. Talking about less than £4 for, what were we saying, 80 carats of rainbow moonstone on each strand. Absolutely incredible. So that works out at 10 carats for less than £1. So that works out at less than 10p a carat on rainbow moonstone. And that is spread across a huge number of gemstones here. As I say, some of them are large enough easily to make a massive impact as just one gemstone and a pair of earrings. So, 2 gemstones. Ooh, do you know what? That's a great idea. Because we offered you this really interesting strand of opal, didn't we, earlier on this evening as a premiere launch. And that works perfectly, doesn't it? Because you've got those slightly earthier tones coming through from your moonstone, slight, very, very subtle inclusions in the gemstones, and then you've got this almost snow-like feel, this icy tone from the opal. And if you do want to add this premiere strand of opal to your order, the details are available at the bottom of the screen right now. In fact, we've had a little text come in from Sue in Lancashire. It says, Ed, I miss you showing the white opal. Do you know where it is from? It's Brazilian opal, actually, Sue. So that's the location where it's been mined from. We always like to give you as much information as we can here at JewelleryMaker. If you're ever sitting on your sofa at home thinking, I would buy that if I only knew this, text in. If we have the information, we'll definitely provide you with it. That's what we do here at the Genuine Gemstone Company. We're very upfront about anything to do with our gemstones, whether it be where we source it, the treatments it's received, anything you want to know about any product, do not hesitate to contact us. We, pride ourselves on being able to give you that information through our strong links with our mine owners and the places that we source our gemstones from. And in fact, I'm going to retract what I just said, because we've done a little bit of digging around, and this was originally sourced in Africa, this opal in actual fact. Why did we think it was Brazil originally? Oh, we looked at the wrong screen. That's what it was. The lemon quartz is Brazilian. That makes sense, actually. We get lots of quartz from Brazilian mines, and this particular strand of opal has come from Africa. My apologies. Sorry about that, but my producer's had a long day. She produced the morning show, now she's doing the late show, and we're not going to hold it against her while she's giving us deals like this. 2 strands of rainbow moonstone for under £10. So many people getting involved there, so many people multi-buying. I'm not surprised. This represents unbelievable value for what you're getting here. We're going to leave that one with you now, and if there are any left in stock, then just speak to a member of our help team who will add that to your order. We're moving on to here it is. This is the bundle that we've got coming up in 20 minutes time. Just have a look at this. These are your 4mm rounds of Tiger's Eye, Howlite, Labradorite and Obsidian. Oh, my apologies, this particular Magnesite is emulating Howlite, but it's actually Magnesite. Okay, so Obsidian, Tiger's Eye, Magnesite and Labradorite. Your 4mm rounds, that is coming up in 20 minutes time. And then, coming up straight after it, ooh, lots of lovely springtime colours in this particular bundle. These are your rondelles in varying sizes. You've also got your irregular drops here of lemon quartz. And this is also coming up as a wholesale deal on gemstones in about 20 minutes time. Another star buy opportunity, another chance to hugely increase your gemstone stash, but at wholesale prices. We're going to leave that there because we've got another double star buy coming up in 20 minutes time. But until then, we're going to try and add it to your order prices for each and every person out there. The reason that I say that is that we only charge you 1 P&P per day, so if you've got your P&P set up, then you can add as many items as you wish for no additional P&P charges. I'm about to bring you a very popular gemstone here at JewelleryMaker. Over 100 carats of black rutile quartz. And I think anybody that has a passion for gemstone jewellery is going to fall in love with this gemstone. It offers us so much as jewellery makers. You've got this monochrome tone from one gemstone. I mean, it's not very often we see a monochrome gemstone. But we've also got a really organic feel, which for me encapsulates what we're trying to achieve when we're working with genuine gemstones. You can see here, each and every gemstone is completely unique, totally bespoke look, and it's because of these inclusions. Not very often that we see a gemstone prized for its inclusions, and when we do see the inclusions, they often seem to be a little, say, out of place, if you like, within the gemstone. But when it comes to the rutilations within this particular variety of quartz, these are actually tourmalations. This is caused by tourmaline. That's the inclusion you've got here. But they don't look out of place. They almost look strategically placed by Mother Nature herself. I always describe them as almost paintbrush strokes. Effectively, Mother Nature leaving her autograph inside the gemstone for you. But again, it provides you with texture, drama, almost leads the creative process in many ways, this gemstone, because of that two-toned effect you get. You're going to be able to produce beautiful monochrome designs. The one thing that I am going to pull this strand up on is its classification, as ever. This has been classified as faceted heart shapes. They're not heart shapes, they're droplets. There's no indentation. There's no indentation here at the base. So as a result, you know, I wouldn't really feel comfortable with these being classified as hearts. They're drops. What it is, I think it must be a generic classification where these are actually sourced from in India, in Jaipur. That's the premier location for gemstone trading, and I think it's a generic classification in that region that these are considered to be hearts. I don't want anybody to feel misled, so these, I'd be much more comfortable if these said drops. So just so you know what you're getting, they range in size from 10 to 18 mil, 125 carats in total, and we're going to give you a price reduction. Should be $14.95. It comes from our Gems of Distinction range. Again, for me, each and every one of these large enough to be used as pendants. And the price slash hasn't actually been visualised on screen. You can take them out, take them back in. Not messing around with that. Another £1 up the price. down to $7.95. Another add it to your order price for another Gems of Distinction quality strand here. 125 carats of beautiful black tourmalated quartz available right now for one of the most ridiculous prices I've ever seen. This is a phrase that you don't hear from a producer very often. I'm going to tell you what she said. I actually hope nobody comes in for this one now. That's how low she's gone on this particular strand. And you know what? That's your cue to action. Start dialing that free phone number. If we've gone lower than the producer's actually comfortable with, that's probably a good indication that you want to get on the phone lines, that you're going to get incredible value. Or, if I toe the company line, don't buy this strand. Under no circumstances should you dial that free phone number and add this strand to your order for $7.95, or maybe that is the perfect indication that you should be dialing the free phone number. You can add that to your order right now for $7.95. Of course, in an hour's time, that is going to return to the already incredible price of $14.95. So if you do want to take advantage, then get involved right now. I'm going to leave that one with you. We're going to move on. 20, you say? Oh, look at the colour tone here. These are like little cranberries, little red currants. They have a really sort of fruity feel to them because of the vivacious feel that you get from the colour tone. Almost a sort of lipstick red, if you like. It's really, really bold, isn't it? They're actually very similar to the rubies that we had last night as our superstar buy. So do you know what you could do? You could buy this strand and then you could sort of intersperse them and make your rubies go twice as far. Nobody, you can advertise it as a ruby and red quartz necklace, couldn't you? I wouldn't advertise it as ruby, just solely ruby. That's a little bit unfair on your customers. But, you know, these are the kind of opportunities that allow you to make your prestigious gemstones go that little bit further, aren't they? 90 carats in total. Maybe you're just after this ruby red tone. Maybe you just want that bold colour tone within your designs. This is going to be a more affordable opportunity than our ruby was last night. These are 7x4mm rondelles. So again, you've got that faceted feel, which is really highlighting the sophistication that these gemstones are going to add to your designs. And here comes your price point. Now, Okay, I thought for a second there that the price slash slide had been left behind me accidentally. Director Ryan says, as if I'd make that mistake. But he hasn't made an error, because we are going to give you another price reduction here, exclusive to the Late Show and only available for the next 60 minutes. It's another add it to your order price, $6.95. And again, the unique way in which these have been faceted to highlight the beauty of the gemstones really does go to display the quality of the quartz that you're actually receiving here. Red coated quartz in your faceted rondelles, available right now. They add it to your order price of just $6.95. If you want to take advantage of that deal, you know what to do. Start dialing that free phone number right now, or of course log in at JewelleryMaker.com and you can click to buy now. This will be added to your basket, but make sure you check out to avoid disappointment. I've got a huge number of people coming through on the phone lines right now taking advantage of this deal. So if you want to be one of the lucky people that adds this to their order tonight, then get involved right now. $6.95 for 90 carats of beautiful red colour coated quartz rondelles. I'm going to leave it on with you and we're going to move on. And we're going to move on to, wow. Is this morganite? I don't think you should reduce the price of morganite, but that's just because it's one of my favourite gemstones. Oh, I can see here that you're really taking into consideration what I think. Didn't even get to finish my sentence. We're slashing it. She's a maverick. She's a generous producer. Do you know what? It is rather impressive, because this is going to give you a unique opportunity to add a very, very prestigious gemstone to your collection. A gemstone that was originally exclusively sold by Tiffany's. That just goes to show the gravitas attached to this gemstone. Very, very feminine gemstone. And for me, morganite is a gemstone where you don't need to make any compromise. Traditionally, when you're looking at a gemstone, we're only, as a jeweller, for example, you'd have a very narrow set of criteria. You're looking at the carat weight, the colour, and the clarity. With a gemstone like morganite, you don't necessarily have to make the same compromises that you'd have to make with other gemstones, because if you've got pure clarity, then you've got a more subtle colour tone. If you've got the inclusions within your morganite, then you get a much more solid colour within your gemstone. And the inclusions themselves are actually very sought after with a gemstone like this, because they're almost silk-like inclusions, aren't they? They really add to the character of the gemstone itself. And when you've got those inclusions, you've also got a deeper colour tone that's being exhibited within the gemstone. Now, morganite itself is such a prestigious gemstone. As I say, exclusively sold by Tiffany's when it was originally first discovered. But even as it's become more accessible, if you like, to your well, I haven't seen any in high street jewellers, but you know what I mean. You know, as it's become more accessible since the exclusivity that Tiffany's held over this gemstone expired, and it has become more popular and easier to get hold of, it's actually rose in price because people have started to understand the beauty that's held within morganite. The owner of the company, the Genuine Gemstone Company that we work for, Mr. Steve Bennett, he himself owns the largest cut morganite in the world. And if you are ever privileged enough to come down to studios and you get to see his personal collection of gemstones, you will see that morganite sits centre stage in Steve Bennett's personal collection of gemstones. Right now you can add this to your order for just $21.95, but for the next hour we are going to give you an exclusive price reduction. 75 carats of morganite for $14.95. I don't know what to say about these prices tonight. £20p a carat though. There's giving people a deal, and then there's going that little bit too far, producer deal. She doesn't care. Do you know what? Neither do I, because we're making one of the most prestigious, feminine, and sought after gemstones on the market as accessible as possible, giving you this huge price reduction this evening, taking 75 carats of morganite down to the add it to your order price of just $14.95. Congratulations to Tina, Pauline, Leslie. And there seems to be a little bit of a queue forming on our free phone number. Don't panic about that. It is of course a free phone number. You'll be answered in the order in which you dial in. $14.95 for me. That's an added to your order price. Get it home, see it in the flesh, and then make an informed decision about whether you want to partake in owning morganite for $14.95. Do your own research, in fact. Put morganite jewellery into your search engine right now and see the kind of price points you can pay for, you know, probably lower carat weights than you've got on some of these gemstones. And I'm talking about moving that decimal place a couple of numbers. You can be paying four-figure sums to get morganite into your collection. You can offer your customers that privilege, and you can actually make a huge profit here while still giving your customers excellent value on one of the most prestigious gemstones available. I'm going to leave that one with you, but it's only available at that price for the next 60 minutes. We're moving on to beautiful sapphires now. Oh, 22, I thought you said 2. I only heard the 2 part, sorry. We've actually got, have a look at this. This is your Herkimer diamonds. This is one of the most incredible gemstones on the planet. And the really interesting thing about this gemstone is the fact that it is doubly terminated. it has very little interaction with the host rock when it's forming, and that's why you get these really, really impressive dynamic facets. Now it looks like this has been handed over to one of our most experienced lapidarists, but actually it has been hand cut